Hey, Gutfax here. We're going to talk a little bit about the BCA promo, rip some packs, talk about the players, and our general thoughts about it. The bundles released today, the BCA Offensive Player Pack, very similar to the Defensive Player Pack. 4 gold or better offensive BCA players, etc. You can read. Anyways, 1,000 points for this. And then we got the BCA Offensive Pack Bundle and the Elite Offensive BCA Player for the 7-pack bundle for 7,000 points, or about $70. A little bit less if you have EA access. The Elite Offensive BCA Player, goes into a set for Rodgers and whatnot. And we can go take a look at the set next. Do I think these bundles are worth it? No. The players released today, and that we will get into this topic a little bit more in depth as we go through each individual player. You get the offensive gold by upgrading silvers. You get an offensive elite, and then the offensive master is Rodgers, 92 overall with 3 chems. First 3 chemistry player we've seen, so that's kind of cool. But these players right here, you put them on the set, very similar. Finish solos to get this Rodgers. The solos actually aren't too bad, and that's been one of the EA strengths recently, are the solos that they've been putting out. Nice little small little grind for some good rewards for the BCA. But in general, the players itself, we'll get into it here now, not that great. We were all very hyped when we saw Richard Sherman and the other defensive players, all solid. Eric Berry, beautiful, beautiful players. But we then come to this one, and we get Soldier here. Let's look through his stats. 84 run block, 84 pass block. Come on. So with those free elites coming out of these packs, it's a good time to buy if you want to put together Rodgers. But we're going to get new packs like this in a couple days. Let's see, how long do these things take till they expire? These things are going for 2 days, 20 hours. So what do we got till Monday with these things? Monday we'll probably get a better promo. The thing is, the Monday after next, I think we'll be getting probably around that time. I'm not saying that exact date, but we'll probably get something like the Most Feared promo. So if you're gonna buy packs, I wouldn't do it this time. We're gonna rip some packs in a little bit, and we'll talk more about that. But right now we're getting into the players. So on Monday we'll get new packs. The Rodgers might even go down then when people start ripping packs for Team of the Week and whatnot. Because Team of the Week is always a big day for people to rip packs. Because Team of the Week players have been generally pretty good lately. But this Soldier, it's a pretty bad card. I don't think he's worth 17K even. There's a lot of gold players going for less. Unless you really want the BCA chemistry, which is 4 players. And then, obviously the 8 player for tier 2. It's +2 strength, +2 awareness, +2 stamina. A lot of people hate this chemistry because stamina's kind of I don't know, what has stamina done for me? It's hard to see on the field because you can't really measure it into the 4th quarter. And if you have an offense full of one-play touchdowns, it doesn't really matter. But I don't know. I have seen some lower stamina on some linemen. So it's okay. The awareness is good for linemen and receivers. So that's 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Unlike the defensive BCA, where they had strength and awareness doesn't mean anything on defense. Anyways, Golden Tate here. 87 wide receiver with 87 spec and 87 catch and traffic at 5'10". 88 route running is okay. I don't see anything special here. When you look for cards to review them, you look for an outstanding stat you can really abuse. And there isn't much here. The elusiveness at 91 is pretty good. Agility 91, of course, also decent. I mean, what's here? Run block at 38, so you can't really put him on the field. Oop, auctions ended. So we won't look at the lowest price cards anymore. So you can't really put him on the field to really execute anything for your offense. Breeze, I don't know if I'm a fan of them releasing low overall cards. I don't know. I don't know how to put it into words, but here's my best shot. It's gonna be pretty terrible. When you see a Drew Brees card on the field, you're like, oh man, that's that Breeze. That's that 98 overall Breeze. That's a new Breeze. And then when they start releasing lower overall cards, it loses its specialty. Say you were trying to go for a 90 Breeze, and then they throw out an 87 Breeze. You're like, well, half the card's value is in its name. It seems. Oh. In me, I bought Antonio Brown, who's way overpriced because of his name, because of who he is. We don't play this game for the stats. But Drew Brees, okay, why couldn't he be? Did he have to be 87? I don't know. Maybe I'm just complaining. Anyways, I think I'm just overall disappointed in the cards they released today. We also have Football Outsiders, what we'll get to in a little bit. There's Tate, Soldier, Breeze. All right, Lamar Miller. All right, 90 speed, 91 elusiveness. Now, I like trucking back better, but this is actually pretty decent. Lamar Miller, If you guys have mastered that juke, the right trigger juke where you can really juke at a guy in a one-on-one situation, this is actually a pretty good card. This Lamar Miller. Somebody's banging. Something's banging in my place. I don't know if you can hear that. Anyways, 87 carry, feels a little low. Ball carry vision good. Agility good. Like, this Lamar Miller is actually a pretty solid running back. He's, as you can see, his price is a little bit higher than the other ones, but 36K, I mean, I think he'd be a great compliment to, say, Derrick Henry. Actually, let's take a look. Combine the take a look at their stats. So he's elusiveness, trucking on Henry, a little bit more speed at 90. 90 is kind of a very good, but catching at 70. We'll move down. Pass block 72. So Lamar Miller's looking like a great third down back. I mean, not the best. Like, there's still a LaShawn McCoy out there, and his catching stats and route running are fairly average. But I think if you have Henry and then maybe Lamar Miller as your third down back, you could do a lot worse, I'll just say. And especially because elusiveness is over 90 is why I like him a lot. Oh, and that card was bought out from under me. All right, moving on. Fitzgerald. Oh, my God. I mean, this speed is terrible. Like, this is 55 on an interstate type of speed here. This is the person you're behind honking at. 83 speed, come on an 88 wide receiver. Like, what are we supposed to do with this? He's a tight end. I mean, look, his run block is really good. Like, this guy's a tight end. 64 run block, solid. It's not even tight end good, but for a wide receiver, I mean, you're not going to get any separation man coverage, so he's worthless against that scheme. Spec and catching traffic. Like, how's he supposed to run a streak at 83 speed? Like, route running at 92. I know it's realistic that he's lost a step and he can hang on to the ball well, but just a disappointing card in Mutt. Not something I would say you want to go out and get. All right, Olsen here, 84 speed. So the tight end they released is faster than the wide receiver they released. Again, very similar stats to what we saw in, maybe not very similar, but similar enough between Olsen and Fitz there. Where's the run block? I passed it. Run block on him is 71. So this Olsen playing wide receiver would probably be better than Fitz playing wide receiver for you. And he's going for a little bit more price. So Olsen, solid card, but nothing to write home about. I think he'll do really well for you, catching traffic at 90, spec 89, and 6'5", so you can throw high passes to him. Release on tight end doesn't mean that much because tight ends don't really get jammed unless you're throwing him out at wide receiver. All right, Rodgers, the star of the show. He does look very good. And the first one with 3 chems, like I said. Oh, not this one. Wait, what? I saw 3 chems before. I'm only seeing 2. Have I made a huge mistake? I think I've made a huge mistake. Anyways, so I'll forget that earlier when I said 3 chems. 79 speed, unless he's got a milestone or something. But still, conductor chemistry is huge. Probably the best chemistry in the game. That and the tackle battle or what? I forgot whatever that one's called. The tackle battle on A. Anyways, solid stats across the board. Throw power, decent speed. Again, awareness doesn't affect quarterbacks that you're usually controlling. 93 throw power, I think, is second best in the game behind Stafford. Just good across the board. Throw on the run, play action. This is one of the top quarterbacks in the game right now, and he should be going for a little bit less on Monday if you can wait, but $200K for him is a very solid price. All right, let's get into the Football Outsiders released today. Let's just go into here, Football Outsiders program. I missed it. Why am I missing it? There it is, all the way at the bottom. All right, so the Football Outsiders released today. We have Zach Martin. And scroll. All right, so he's $250K for an 89 right guard. Right guard is a little bit thin right now. Run block 90, pass block 92. Very good. They're both over 90. We like that. Awareness is okay, not the greatest. He's got the Dallas offensive chemistry, which is great. I wish every card that was on a team had that offensive chemistry. Like, they should really go to 3. Compare to Yanda here. So, run block for Yanda. So, the run blocks and pass blocks I switched around. Zach Martin's got one better impact, lower awareness. Speed, though, there is a pretty big difference there in speed. 8 speed can be significant when you do a lot of like power plays and counter plays. The acceleration and speed makes Zach Martin a better player than Yanda. But is he, what, Yanda's going for, how much is Yanda going for? 60, 80? I guess I can look it up here quick. So Yanda, I don't know if he's worth 250K for that extra 8 speed on a guard, unless you do a lot of counters and stuff and throw a lot of screens. Then I could see it being worth it. But yeah, so that's Zach Martin. The next one is Kendricks. Kendricks' cards have always been pretty good. Whoops. Let's go down to Kendricks. Let's just type it right in. All right, so he's going for 38. That's a pretty solid price for 86 speed. Let's compare him with my current middle linebacker user. Ooh, a lot of Singletaries I bought over the weekend that I forgot to sell. I bought him for 9Ks, and he really hasn't gone up much in price like I thought he would this week. Anyways, Shaz, 87 speed, 86 on Kendricks. Okay, kind of a wash. 1 speed, you can feel a little bit. Tackle 91, good. Play rec, okay, if you're going to use her. Block shed, that's huge. 6 block shed on Kendricks. That's a pretty big deal. And then hit power, of course, is always a bonus. Catching the hit sticks. Acceleration on Kendricks is a little bit better. So they're kind of a wash there for speed. Wait, what's the agility? Ooh. 3 agility better on Shaz. Shifting from one way to another with a user is a pretty big deal. Catching, okay. Tackling. Yeah, I went through that. Jumping on Shaz. Although I have noticed Shaz not getting as many like jump picks as I thought I got in 16 with him. So having a tall player there is pretty important. And spec catch. He's got that spec catch. He'll get a couple more spec catches than Shaz, but still both a little bit low. Anyways, Kendricks is slightly better than Shaz. I don't know if he's that much better, but as a user, but definitely somebody to take a look at. Not the greatest because he's not really tall. I mean, still think Barr is a better user. The Friday Night Draft Barr. All right, next one is Jordan Howard, and we'll move over to him. What I like about this Howard card, he's gold. What I like about him is his trucking. Only 54K, or 5,400. I said 54, I meant 5.4. Trucking 91, very nice. Carrying 91, very nice. So this is a very good budget baller for you. I mean, I think, well, let me go on Mudhead here and take a look at his weight. Wait, he's 230. That's actually really good. 230 pounds. Comparing him to Henry. One slower speed, a little bit better agility, lower acceleration. I still think Henry will be better for you for those straight ahead runs. But this Jordan Howard, pretty attractive price. Especially if you get that power run scheme. If that's a scheme that you run, if you get that to tier 2. This guy's looking solid. Really solid. Yeah. Pass block 66. That's underrated for third downs. Yeah, I would say Jordan Howard is probably the budget beast out of this release set. Maybe somebody you might want to invest in. Not this week, of course. Maybe next Wednesday or something. Pick up a couple, see if they go up in price. As long as EA doesn't release packs next week that gives you old Football Outsiders. All right, the next one is Lorenzo Alexander. We'll look up Alex here. Already down under 2K. You usually don't see these Football Outsiders going. Well, you do actually. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. 75 speed. That's all we need to look at. He's trash. All right, and then Pastor. He got it. The vaunted Cleveland Browns. Their offensive line ain't bad though. Let's see. 82 run block, 88 pass block. I don't know. West Coast scheme. So if you can get maybe a tier 2 West Coast scheme with him and just pass the ball a bunch, those short pass routes, yeah, he could be a really good fit in that scheme. Speed is 64 though. I worry about edge rushers at lower speed. Like 64 speed's about average. Okay, he could do well in a West Coast scheme with tier 2 West Coast, and you throw the ball like a West Coast offense. I think he could do decent for you in that kind of scheme. So I'm not going to write him off. Budget West Coast player right there. All right, so that is it for the promo. So let's try and pull, or for the content released today. So let's try and pull. We got flashbacks yesterday. I think Brandon Marshall is still in packs. Oh, no, sorry. DeMarcus Ware is the 48 hours, not Brandon Marshall. But they released yesterday. So let's get these pro packs pulled. Come on, big money, no whammy. And yes, I am pulling pro packs that I promised. I was on Twitter a while back after EA took all my golds from me in that glitch set and didn't give them back. I was on Twitter saying I wasn't going to buy packs again. But I decided to go back on my word because I like the game. And half of these packs are from head-to-head rewards. So, just as trash as usual, I guess, is the name of the game. But so we're going to have to really focus on the auction house a lot since we're not pulling as many packs anymore. Got to build that stack in order to get good players. All right, D'Angelo Williams. Wrong one. I mean, there were gold BCA players released. I just didn't go through them. D'Angelo Williams was one of the gold players. It's similar to the defensive set where the golds and the silver players, they're all the same. So take that as you will. I don't know. Do you guys like that? The BCA players being the same for golds and silvers? Or, I mean, it's a good way of getting double the content for EA for the same amount of work, basically. Just give them less stats. I guess the stat guy had to work just as hard, but the artwork guys didn't. All right, we're getting some jerseys. Come on. I could just go for some sort of promo player. I don't think you could pull BCA players out of pro packs. Now that I think about it, I think that is something that I have seen is impossible. So we'll pull a couple of BCA packs, though. The BCA offensive pack I got for MUT Rewards, because that also came out today. All right, let's pull that right. Meow. We'll split up pro packs. All right. BCA offensive pack. There's the MUT Rewards. All right, MUT Rewards. See if you can come through in the clutch. Clutch. Gold. Oh, Pouncy. We got an elite. Nice. So that's a little bit boosted odds. I didn't even let the fireworks go off. Morgan Moses. We did not review Mr. Moses. 88 run block, 85 pass block. Okay. Awareness is kind of low for a BCA player, huh? I like last year. Well, I didn't really like it. I didn't think it was that cool that they had everybody above 90 awareness, 90 strength. Because those stats are kind of... hey, a Felton. A Felton's always a great run blocker. Let's compare against his old... Do I have his old card? No, I sold it. Against Sherman. A little bit better than Sherman due to 2 extra speed. Yeah. So he might be my new fullback. Although I had to check out his catching stats and whatnot. Oh, Marpet. Come on, let's get an elite. Let's get one of them elites. No. Okay, well, still, we got one elite that pack, so that overall was a very good pack. I guess we'll pull our BCA defensive pack now. And see who we get here, since I didn't pull it during that promo. I wonder if it, took it from me. Oh, wait. This was the defensive. Yeah. That was not what I thought it was going to be. All right, let's pull these last 4 pro packs and then wrap it up. But overall, how did you guys like the BCA promo in general? I thought they started off really strong, but they've kind of... I think they raised our expectations too much, maybe. Whereas if they started with offense with these players and they finished with defense, we'd have better feelings about this promo. Because, I mean, they really needed that solid promo right away for defense because of the way MUT's shape was in. And then when they came out with that promo, they came out with those solos, they came out with the journey, the patch, everything they did turned this entire community's perception of the game around. Like now all the hardcore players, all the casual players, everybody's really kind of on board with the Kumbaya train almost. The exception of fumbles, right, that we talked about. But everything else about this game, high expectations going forward. I want to see what EA does for Most Feared. I do not want to see big players on the field again. That is not my favorite time to play online games. I might actually play Battlefield 1 during that weekend. Last year I put out a Most Feared video. Hey, I got a Cook collectible. I already got Cook on my team. All right, there is my... Anyways, that is it. We're going to open Legend Pack Saturday. Maybe get a new Legend. And the Elite Player Pack. Sure, we'll do it. We'll do that Saturday too. So that is it for the video. Thanks for watching. Call to action. It's a long one. Sorry about that. I will see you tomorrow.